Hi Gaurav,
Hello.
how are you?
I am great, ma'am. Thank you. How about you?
I'm doing good. Thank you so much for asking. So Gaurav, before we start, since it is our first session, so let's start with the introduction.
Yeah,
My,
ma'am. Basically, I'm a banker. I work with Bank of India as a credit officer.
Mhm.
I'm working at a place where I don't have access to any quality communication when it comes to speaking in English, right? That is
Mhm.
why I thought of giving it a try so that I can grow in confidence that I can address people from any platform, right? That is
Mhm.
why I was looking for a platform like this for a one-to-one interaction so that I can get to know what exactly are the flaws that I'm committing and what exactly are my strengths. So this is why I have joined this session, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Good to know that, Gaurav. First, I'll give you my introduction, and then we will start talking about something which is related with communication, and probably I would be able to answer your questions, whatever you have in your mind. My name is Sarika Poplani. I'm associated with English Yaari, and it's pretty long time now. Um, Along with that, I'm associated on other platforms wherein I take classes for Indian students as well as international students. I take classes for UK, US, Australia, Canada, Middle East. Syllabus classes, spoken English, grammar, public speaking, personality development, and creative writing. Before this, I was in Dubai for good 12 years. I worked in university institutions in different corporate firms. And prior to that, I was in BPO, worked there for good 6 years as a process trainer. So overall, I have 17 plus years of experience in corporate firms and 9 years in teaching, and I'm master's in English. Okay, so
Great,
this is
ma'am.
all about me. Coming back to the concern that you have shared, since you do not have any quality people around wherein you can talk in English, so you feel that you're low in confidence. To be very frank, when you spoke for the first time, I did not get any kind of clues that you are not confident apart from little bit of repetition. Okay, so for example, I like bananas, I like apples, I like grapes, and I like strawberries as well. Sometimes when we talk, I like, three, four times we repeat it. So just now you did the same thing. But otherwise, I do not see any such flaws. You are good in communication, you're good in grammar. So now what you're looking for, in case you're looking for a person with whom you can talk and you can grow in communication so that you can get more confidence, that is very much possible here. At the same
Yeah, ma'am.
time, let me also tell you, Gaurav, there are five things that you need to keep in mind. Okay, if you really want to become a confident speaker, there are only five things that you need to keep in mind. But before these five things, let me tell you, why do you feel that you are at a learner stage? You feel at a learner stage because you are with worries and fear all the time. Fear of judgment, fear of making mistakes, fear of being a failure, fear of doing something which is not right, fear of being in public. Okay, so probably that could be your fear and worry. And you just have to replace your fear and worry to trust and faith. You have to have faith in yourself. I am vouching on you that you are speaking very good English. Being a trainer, I can tell you, I can sense it, the way you started, your pronunciation, your enunciation, your voice, your body language, everything is so good. It's just that you're not getting a platform wherein you can show up. It could be a scenario that first time when you go in public, you will be a little bit nervous because that was very first time. So you have to be lenient to yourself. So you can also make mistakes. You will grow in confidence, slowly and gradually. Just remember your first day when you went to bank. I'm pretty sure you were nervous how to talk to seniors, how to start, how to do this. Maybe you are from finance background, maybe you were a topper in your college. But when you come to corporate firms, from college life or from campus life to corporate life, it's a paradigm shift of 360-degree. So that point in time, you had shaken your confidence a bit, but slowly and gradually you gained it. Now your body language talks. You're very confident about, talking about your own area, about your own domain. Ask anything related with bank credit. I will let you know about it in a jiff. नींद में भी आपसे कोई पूछेगा तो you will simply give the correct answer. Where do you get this confidence from? You get it via practice. Okay, so if you keep practicing, keep speaking with someone who can give you proper feedback, mentoring, that point in time, you will not be less confident even if you're speaking in public. It's just like you're talking to one person, you're talking to 100 people. Okay, the only fear could be reflecting in your body language. That's it. Because when we are in front of so many people, some people have different signs of showing nervousness. Like some people would start fumbling, somewhere your rate of speech would go very fast, or you will start walking on dash, left right, or you will stand like this. All these signs show that the host is nervous. Okay, just 5 things you need to keep in mind whenever you talk in any of the platforms, whether it's online or you're taking classes or you are, taking a meeting of 100 people or 50 people or 5 people. Same kind of confidence should depict. Very first thing, please speak with undivided attention. Okay, because if your attention is divided, you will never be able to speak firmly. Yes, sometimes it happens when you're talking to your juniors, you're very relaxed. Are ye to mera junior hai. He doesn't know much. I know more. So that complex also gives you confidence. Sometimes inferiority complex takes you down. It pulls you down. When you talk to your seniors, you're like, oh, he's very good in communication. Very good. Okay, so you look inferior to yourself. मैं इतना छोटा सा हूँ इसके आगे. And that's where you start losing your confidence. Despite speaking so good English, you are not confident in front of him. Okay, so the very first thing, like I told you, fear, worry, change it to trust and faith. And the first thing is divided attention is what making you or making you less confident. Okay, so sometimes it happens, you're speaking in front of juniors, you don't think about vocabulary much. But when you talk in front of your senior, CEO, chairman, that point in time, you feel, I should be speaking so good English with, very good vocabulary that this person should be stunned that I have somebody like him in my bank. That's where you make mistakes. English is not something to flaunt. English is something wherein you can easily communicate with clarity and coherency. That is English. That is communication. You need to understand we are trying to learn a foreign language. This is not our language. Okay. And we are not becoming a foreigner after this. We are learning it so that we can survive in corporate world, we can grow, we can talk to people with confidence, and we can lead our life even outside India also. Because this is the only language which is spoken worldwide. So I need to have good mastery on this, that I should be speaking to everybody. That is the only motto behind, right? You don't want to be a foreigner later. Exactly. Okay, so this is a different language. To learn one language, it takes 30 years. We don't have that much time. 30 years अगर हम इस language को learn करने में दे देंगे तो फिर हम इसको use कब करेंगे? Right. So forget about that. I want to be perfect in English. I want to be confident. I want to be good. I want to be fine in front of people. I should not start fumbling. My body language not short. You should not show that I am less confident or I am nervous or I'm full of anxiety or I'm full of excitement. Excess of everything is bad. I'm not saying you will not get anxiety. You will get anxiety, but you should know how to control the signs of that. Okay. So first thing is undivided attention. If you focus, undivided attention will automatically give you full-fledged speaking. Okay. Second thing, natural preparation. Don't go with forced preparation कि मुझे करना ही है, मुझे ये बोलना है, नहीं मैं ऐसे बोलूंगा, नहीं मैं वैसे बोलूंगा. No. First of all, you have to accept yourself the way you are right now. On every stage, you will grow. You will be able to see your performance only when you see your performance yourself. Right now, I can judge you. I can tell you, okay, Gaurav, ye areas of improvement, and you need to work on this. But how would Gaurav be confirmed about it? Yeah, because Sarika ने बोल दिया तो हाँ यही बात है. ऐसा नहीं है. Tomorrow, if you meet another mentor, it's like नहीं ये तो मुझे नहीं दिखा. ये वाला नहीं, ये वाला area है. Then you will be confused. What happens? It happens between the scenarios. Okay. Somewhere, let's say I'm talking about your general routine. What's your daily routine? And Gaurav is very confident about it. I was like, Gaurav, I just found subject verb agreement, little bit haywire, otherwise you're good to go. With other mentor, let's say mentor asked about solar energy, renewable energy. You don't have that much information about renewable energy, then what will you talk? You will start fumbling, you will not make sentences, you will not make good sentences, and that mentor will give you feedback. No, Gaurav, subject verb agreement, vocabulary, sentence construction, verb, everything is haywire. You need to start grammar from the beginning. Now you understood why
Yeah.
feedbacks are different from the mentor side? Because you perform differently. And it is all about the topic. That is why we should be an avid reader. हम जितना पढ़ते हैं हमें उतना नॉलेज होती है. एंड व्हेन वी गेट दैट नॉलेज एटलीस्ट इतना नहीं तो हम इतना तो बोल सकते हैं उसके बारे में. This much information at least we can deliver to somebody that I read somewhere. Fools learn from their own mistakes. However, uh, However, wise men learn from the mistakes of fools. So I think I need to decide whether I'm a fool or a wise person. That person has made a mistake and I learn from him. Why should I make the same mistake? What did you do in that scenario? You fit that scenario with a proper proverb. आपने एक इडियम अपना एक फ्रेज आपने उसको दे दिया, एक प्रोवर्ब दे दिया, जिसकी वजह से दैट पर्सन इज थिंकिंग वाओ क्या सिचुएशन पे नेल करा है. यू हैव हिट द नेल हार्ड. You don't have to speak 7 8 different sentences to let him understand what I am trying to say. Okay, understood? So natural preparation will always make you win in all the situations. Just take an imagine. Okay, let's imagine a scenario. So, Gaurav, you have been called for an award ceremony from your office. You are getting an award. Apart from you, there are two, three people more who are getting an award. So, you need to think about a speech which you should be giving at the time of receiving the award. And office people told you that we want you to come up with a speech so that others can also get motivated. Okay. It's like, sure, you had 2 3 days and you prepared yourself properly. Are you there, Gaurav?
Yeah.
Okay, your video is off. Yeah, now it's fine.
No,
So
video
it's
is
fine.
on.
It's fine. It's fine. I think it must be a signal issue. So you prepared a speech for yourself, and when you went to that award ceremony, you saw before you 2 3 people gave speech. And what a speech! You felt like you are sitting, between celebrities, and one by one people are coming and giving good speech. What will you do that point in time? Your name is going to be next. What will you do that point in time?
See, I will stay true to my real strengths. If I think that if I'm capable of saying something related to my field of expertise, I will tell it with conviction and I will tell it with confidence. But I will not
Okay,
try to copy them.
let me rephrase it. You have already prepared a speech, but after listening to their speech, you feel that your speech is not very good because the kind of impact you got from their speech is amazing. You also want to throw the same impression to others. So, what will you do to your speech? You have two options. Either you speak the same one and live with it, or you make the changes at last minute. What is your take on this?
I think it really helps if you are an avid reader because in those situations, your subconscious will give you some clues that you can incorporate this thing in your speech and this will make you stand out and people will get hooked to what you are saying. So
Okay.
I'm very good at learning quotations. I make it a point to learn quotations every single day.
Okay,
So I will
you
start.
cannot but you cannot use the same quotation what other person has used. So at last minute when your name is going to be next, what will you do? You will find it from Google.
Yes, I can find it from Google. That's not an issue.
Okay. So that's where your mistake is, Gaurav. You have taken a quotation from Google in hurry, and when you are in a hurry, no wonder you will land up to a Bollywood speech and you will take some pointers from there. But you forgot that you are a banker and you are getting an award for something else, and he is an actor. The person is an actor who gave this speech. So if you're taking from anything from that speech, it is not confirmed that you will be able to make it. First of all, what you did forced preparation. You were not prepared for it. You forced yourself to prepare something like that. That is your first mistake. High chances that when you go to stage you will start fumbling because you just now read something. It's not like that you will remember it or your memory is very good. There's no question about that. The only question is, will you be able to perform that point in time immediate? If you can, you are an actor. Because actors क्या करते हैं? उनको script मिलता है, उसी time पढ़ के they do their acting. So if you can do it, you are a good actor. But if you won't be able to do it, that means you are not ready for not ready for forced preparation. Okay, because we are not actors, we are performers. हम कहीं पे भी
In
जाते
my
हैं
case,
बोलते हैं. Go ahead.
yeah. In my case, I have prepared myself to learn anything in very quick time and I can just execute it. And once I have the confidence that I can do it, I simply go about doing it. And most of the time, I simply pull it off in the most demanding situations.
Wow,
Because I
that's
have
great.
been anchoring
Mm-hmm.
programs for my bank, and
Mm-hmm.
so many instances are there where I could pull it off just by referring Google. And I got a context that, okay, this is the thing, and I just go about building upon that thing. So
That's
it
really
worked for
nice.
me, but you are quite correct that if you're not natural, it will create hindrances and you will not have the confidence to pull it off, right?
Absolutely. Like I said, if you can pick it up, if you have already been doing it, you are practiced. So you can pick it up. But it is just like, last minute, you're already reaching the roundabout, and you last minute, you're taking the decision, no, I will not go to right, I will take left from here. And you are already at the corner one because you have to take third right. So in that case, either you will hit somebody or somebody would hit you. So accidents, these are accident prone cases, right? So you have to
Mm.
be very careful in case if you are planning to do it, or if you do it. Most of the times it can work for you because you are used to of it, but there will be times when it will not work. When you talk about general cases, when you try to persuade somebody with your thought process and you're changing somebody's belief, so that could be high chances at that point in time you might see a failure. So it's better not to go for forced preparation, always go for natural preparation. If I would have been your I would if I would have been at your place, I will not take any such decision at last minute. I will not go to Google. I will not take anything. Whatever I have prepared, I'm pretty sure I will be able to deliver it with confidence. I will go for that. Because if I go for anything new, then I might be changing something for my speech as well, which I have already prepared. It may be that the strengths are not matching, but I'm trying to say in quotation and what I'm trying to show in my speech. So that point in time, thousand questions would come in my mind. I don't want to go for that tension at last minute, and I don't want to spoil that moment. First of all, that is my award ceremony. Somebody is giving me an award and I'm ready for my speech. Why should I take chances? So always go for natural preparation. Okay. Third thing, I have heard couple of people complaining that I don't have much vocabulary. Okay, मेरे पास vocabulary नहीं होता है. I'm not able to think about the words what to say. Okay. The first thing which I told you, if you are an avid reader, you will be having the information, and that point in time you will be able to deliver it. And in reading also, most of the times you get words, vocabulary words. Now the challenge is वो word हमें time पे याद नहीं रहते. Sometimes हम newspaper पढ़ रहे हैं, we picked one word. Oh, this word is good. What is the meaning? अच्छा ये meaning है. Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. Once or twice you just try to use it and then you put it at the back of your mind. हाँ कभी ज़रूरत पड़ेगी तो we will throw it. Because table topics पे we don't talk about very good vocabulary words. We don't do that. So we are waiting for an event or something happens, when I can throw those topics or throw those vocabulary words to other people, and they can also feel that I'm also a good person with good vocabulary. But like I said, we are not planning to become a foreigner. If you have adapted something, try to use it. नहीं तो उसका तो expiry date हो जाएगा. That word will go out of your mind very soon because you did not practice it. Okay, secondly, when you pick that word from that newspaper, article, magazine, book, कहीं से भी उठाया. Now the only challenge is, do you know this word is used in formal conversation, or you're using it in informal conversation? That term is very important. Because if that word is not used in formal and you kept on using in formal communication, that is not a good impression. So first of all, a very important thing, you should know what can I use in formal communication so that you can use it in your seminars, webinars, offices, and what are the words which I can use in my informal communication, which you can use it with your friend circle. Okay, so that is one thing that you really need to understand. And next thing, whenever you learn a word, be it from anywhere, maybe from a child's book, if you have taken any word, make sure that you learn it on the very first day. Whatever hard work you are putting across to learn that word on the first day, do the same hard work on third day and fifth day. First day, third day, and fifth day. You will never forget that word. Never. Okay, so it's basically you are darkening your memory with that meaning of that word. You will never forget it. Then comes to your choice, whether you want to use it or not. That is absolutely your choice. Now let's come to the point, how to build vocabulary. The very first thing is you need to build a network of vocabulary. Okay, now what do you mean by network of vocabulary? Network of vocabulary means topic related vocabulary. So, for example, you're talking about travel. So, travel related, all the words you should be knowing, or most of the words you should be knowing, like sightseeing, accommodation, visa, travel bus, guide. All these, if you know, you will be able to deliver your conversation more effectively. Why? Because you know how to mold your sentences, because you have enough vocabulary to talk about that topic. Is it making sense?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so try to build a network of vocabulary. When you go to your seminars and webinars, whatever the topic is, topic related vocabulary, if you have, you will not find yourself out of words, because some or the other word is always there in your kitty to prepare your sentences, and you will never be sounding less confident or with no words or blank. It will never happen. Okay,
Yes, absolutely.
now let's come to the fourth point. Fourth point is never hop from one idea to another, because this will not allow you to complete your one sentence, and it will force you to go to another sentence to start. So never do that. Always make sure whatever idea you have taken in your mind, or let's say one, two, three, four ideas we're going to talk about, the moment first one is finished, then start for the second one. Second one is over, then start for the third one, and accordingly the fourth one. Okay. Now the last point, stick to the plan. If you have thought about four, please speak four only. If fifth one, last minute preparation, if you try to do it, there are chances that you would not be able to explain it properly, or you will start fumbling, or maybe you will get questions in FAQs which you will not be able to answer because you did not prepare for that topic. It's just that your mind strike at the last minute. It strike at the last minute and you just spoke about that, because you had confidence that I can explain it. But what were the question answers? You're talking in a webinar, seminar, or a public presentation, or maybe office presentation. Someone might come back to you with a counter question wherein you did not prepare yourself for that. Okay, because when we prepare for any topic or presentation, we are always ready with the counter questions, right?
Right.
So, five things if you keep in mind, I do not think that you have any reason to stay at a learner stage. You're already a speaker. Undivided attention, natural preparation, build the network of your vocabulary, do not hop from one sentence to another, and stick to your plan. Five things will make you a confident speaker. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, do you have any questions, Gaurav?
Uh, what did you what do you suggest for natural preparations? As you said that once you feel like that, yeah, the other speaker spoke better than me, and he spoke something that was extraordinarily well. So how to go about that thing at that point of time?
That one in time, you should not do anything. My advice is stick to your plan. Like I said, don't make any changes at the last minute. Now, had it been a case that your speech is, let's say, after lunch or probably after 2 days, the ceremony is going to held for 3 days, and your turn is going to come next day or the very next day, you can still get time to prepare yourself with a new speech. Okay, that point in time, you can make a chance, you can take a chance, and you can make changes in your speech. But last minute preparation will always put you in jeopardy in any kind of situation. There
Okay.
you have to be extra careful. Like you said, you have the capacity to do it, go ahead. I won't stop you. If you have the capacity, you're very confident that you can deliver it, please go ahead. But these
Yeah.
small instances, let's say first time it worked, second time also it worked. But there will be one day wherein you will be, taking a back step. That
Yes.
point in time, I'm preparing you for that situation, that you should not be pointing out yourself, why did you do it, Gaurav, what was the need of it, how many times it has been told that don't do it, but still you do. because we are not lenient to ourselves. हमसे जब गलती होती है, we are not able to accept it. But यही गलती अगर मेरे सामने कोई करेगा, we'll say it's okay, he's learning, it's okay, mistakes happen. But do we say the same thing to ourselves? No.
No.
For us, if we have made a mistake, it's a big thing, and we keep punishing ourselves. That is not good thing. If you can give second, third chance to others, why not us? Give it towards yourself as well. So be lenient to yourself. It will take time. This is a language which is not our language. Okay, so you might be dealing with flaws, you might be dealing with mistakes. So it's okay, no problem. आज हुआ है, कल नहीं होगा. Try to learn from your mistakes. But that should not be the blunders.
Hmm. Yes.
Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Any questions? I hope I have made some difference to your understanding.
Yeah, absolutely. I was rapt attention while you were delivering your speech. I think I have picked few leaves out of your book, and I am going to implement them for sure. And this will really come in handy for me because I believe I have spoken with an expert and who knows the subject inside out. And I was paying attention to you, and I learned everything that you shared. And I'm quite confident next time onwards, whenever I get an opportunity, I will leave no stone unturned to make the most of whatever you have shared. Thank you very much, ma'am, from
Anytime,
the core
Gaurav.
of my
Pleasure
heart.
is all mine. Pleasure is all mine. Pleasure is all mine. So take good care of yourself. It was pleasure talking to you. Hope to see you again someday. So we will
Sure.
be able to talk more about it from some other topic, wherever you have, whatever you have regarding personality development or public speaking. I will always